Hey gang, Uncle Todd here. Trying a new thing with my rings. Who knows? Where was I? Oh, yeah. Crminal Minds Evolution. Made a bit of a, not mistake so much as forgot. I thought it was starting this week, but the new episodes are starting last week. So, hopefully I will have this episode and the following episode watched and looked at before next Thursday. We start up where we left off with JJ and Luke being caught in an explosion. Penelope is able to pull up one of their webcams, and it's JJ, so she's still alive. And then Rossi, Terrace, and Prentice, they head out to go meet them there. And we get, for the first time this season, that iconic line, "Wheels up." Oh, come on. Anyway, they arrive. JJ has found Luke, and he's okay. A little banged up. And they start processing the scene of the... They've buried trailer. And this is the second one they found. And Rossi starts to postulate that there could be more. That he's starting to see a progression, not only in how he's killing people, but how the type of victim Sicarius is choosing. Oh, and the senator's son is found dead of a suicide. But they don't believe it. But unfortunately, the Attorney General thinks, good, he's dead, this is the evidence, we can close down the case. And the assistant director tells Prentice that unless she can find more evidence to show that Sicarius is still out there, they're going to have to close the case. So they're on a deadline. Now, for Sicarius, this is an episode where we get a lot of his backstory, where we find out that his parents died when he was young, and he was taken in by his uncle, who was not the nicest of people, and was a serial killer, and learned all of his serial killer stuff from him. And there's also an implication that Sicarius may have been behind his parents' death. We'll have to wait and see. Back to the case at hand. They do find evidence of an early murder in which someone confessed and is sitting on death row. The problem with this is that Tara's new girlfriend, who had been helping them with information from the DOJ, was the prosecuting attorney on that case. In fact, it was what made her career. And when they pull the prisoner in to question him, and she finds out without getting heads up from Tara, she's a bit miffed. Meanwhile, Tyler, the veteran who was trying to infiltrate Sicarius, has been let go. They have found evidence of his sister's death, and Penelope gives it to him, and being Penelope, tries to give him some comfort, and then he leaves, and she tells him he shouldn't be alone, but he goes off. And then she eventually has to go and bail him out because he got drunk and then got in a fight. And she decides to spend the rest of the workday at home making sure he's okay. During their interrogation of the suspect, they began to realize he's not protecting Sicarius. They thought he was protecting Sicarius. And then they thought it was because, oh, he's been getting these pictures of this specific man, one every year. And they realize Sicarius is threatening this man. And the man who confessed, he was a drug dealer in a mob. And they assume that machismo, originally machismo is why he's not saying anything. He doesn't want anyone to know he's gay. But no, it turns out he's protecting his lover. And he doesn't believe they can protect him because he thinks Sicarius can get to him anywhere. So they track down the lover and they question him, and he is more than willing to show proof that at the night of the murder, because there's some discrepancies with the time, they were together, and he has pictures with timestamps to show it. Tara takes this to her girlfriend, which is evidence enough to keep the case open. But if she goes ahead and calls in for a review on this conviction, every case she's tried will be up for review. Her career basically is over. But she does the right thing. But unfortunately, she also moves out of Tara's place. That her saying that because Tara did not give her the heads up, did not come to her first to let her know, she realizes Tara will keep things from her, and she can't live like that. So it's a little sad. Rossi has come up with an interesting theory that the unsub, Sicarius, is a father because of what he's targeting and where. And of course they realize he's targeting places outside where he lives because he doesn't want to come back to him. And while Penelope is out walking with Tyler to help him get over his hangover, she realizes something about the street where his sister worked, and giving him a key to her apartment so he has a place to stay and a bit of a smooch. She then runs back to the office, does some checking, and realizes every victim is taken from 2nd Street. And she relays this to the gang, and it ties in with everything else. Now they've got a hunting method, if not a good location. Getting back to Sicarius, the episode ends with him visiting his uncle, who's suffering kidney failure and is on dialysis. Home dialysis. He's got a IV, and they have another argument, which they always seem to have. And the last time they saw each other, they had a major fist fight. And because he didn't want Sicarius leaving, because it might lead back to him if he gets caught. But Sicarius, in reverse fashion, poisons his uncle in a way that will not lead back to him because he's suffering kidney failure, and this is just, he died of kidney failure. And then he sits there and just watches him die. Ugh. Creepy. Another good episode. A lot of excitement. I liked learning about Sicarius' backstory. It doesn't make him any more sympathetic, but you give an understanding because he is pretty ruthless and cold-blooded. A little sad that Tara's relationship had to fall apart from this. Hopefully the relationship Penelope is developing with Tyler won't, but you never know. Penelope has not had the best luck with relationships. And it's interesting to see that the assistant director isn't the only one that Princess is having to deal politics with. That when you're in command, that's what you got to go through. But looking forward to the next episode and seeing what happens. Until then, please hit like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.